Hi everybody, and welcome back to Lost Genre Reddit Stories. Entitled people, I'm not a big fan of them, especially when they get in your face and start screaming or demanding things that they just shouldn't. Anyways, this one's from user Siren Song XDZ. My roommate's girlfriend thinks I should be paying for them. So, for the record, I'm in no way romantically inclined towards my male friend, but I assume his girlfriend thinks we are. I've let him live with me for a while, and he up and moved his girlfriend in with us, and, well, it's my place, and I didn't really have anything against it at the time, but hid my anger that he did it without asking me. They are both kind of mooches, with her being 100% a mooch. But today, they decide they want to order food for pickup. But hey, they ordered this without asking me if I'd pick it up for them, but just told me to go pick it up because my car is the only one that's de-iced fully. Okay, being nice, I go do it. I get there, pick up, but the restaurant said that they hadn't paid for the food, so I pay it and expect them to pay me back. I know what you're thinking at this point. You're probably wrong though. They ordered around $60 worth of food. So I get back. Turns out they did pay. The restaurant double charged by having them pay and then me pay. So they got on the phone with the restaurant and bank to work out the refund. I told them that I wanted the refund as soon as they got it. Well, his girlfriend is screaming at me that why would I get their refund and why would I keep trying to hold money over their heads? Like, seriously, she lives here rent-free and this was her damn food. Her boyfriend took her side mildly by little statements like, "It's just $60, it's no big deal, we'll help you out later," though I doubt that. I had to walk away from the stupidity, but I sent her boyfriend a message that I want the refund and I want her out as soon as possible. He's not responded, but I also don't hear her screaming, so I don't know if she's read it. But if he has, he hasn't told her because I guarantee there'd be screaming right now. Well, you would think that human stupidity has a limit, right? But then comes an entitled person and shows you that there's always room for growth. Thing is, OP, I think you're being too nice. The first moment she would have screamed at me at my house, I would have put her out on the street and her boyfriend right beside her. Then getting in your face for wanting your money back from their food? Now that's just downright ridiculous. You need to learn how to be more assertive, my friend. The thing is, it's his girlfriend, so it's his problem, not yours. He needs to fix this or he should get out too. But of course, that's just my opinion. Now, how about we move on to the community comments to see what kind of advice OP got, and then, of course, we'll have an update. Frozen Phoenix says, "If he's not on the lease, kick them out." OP responds, "I don't have a big problem with him staying here, but just her. They're not like a few-year relationship, it's a fairly new relationship for him, a couple of months old." B-Core says, "You really need to learn to say no. They ordered food. That's on them, not you. Who cares that they don't have a car or whatever was going on? Not your problem. Also, be more firm. They are not without any money. They wasted $60 on one dinner. Didn't your utilities go up? You're making it possible for them to save and waste money like this. You aren't being nice to yourself by doing all this stuff. This crap cannot be good for your self-esteem. Please take care of yourself." OP responds, "It's still a slight step up from when my mother moved in with me, as a massive hoarder, but it seems I traded one aggravation for another. Utilities did go up, my friend pays part of it, but his girlfriend doesn't pay anything, so I guess you'd say we're both splitting her part of utilities the way it's going. But it is my house, I own it, and I'm not charging him rent." Morgaine of Avalon says, "Time for them to go F off. Certainly don't do anything for them again. Why does she think this is okay?" OP responds, "I don't know if she believes the house is his or what. I don't talk to her as after a few weeks of knowing her, I knew I hated her and I try not to be confrontational." OP, there is a big difference between being nice and trying to not be confrontational and then being a total pushover and just let people steamroll you. Your friend's idiotic girlfriend thinks she's entitled to scream at you, demand things of you, and then tell you off when you want to set things straight? That's not right, and you let her. You had to go take a walk to get away from stupidity and cool down. Instead, what you should have done is tell her to shut up and get the F out of your house now. From what you share, she makes absolutely no contribution aside from just being a pain and giving out grief. You see, this is the type of people that you don't want to be nice to and that you do need to confront. So I'm gonna say this again. You need to be more assertive. Okay, I'm done. So now let's move on with the update to see what happened and how OP resolved this. I know, only like 2 people asked for an update, but I'll go ahead and post. I waited a few days until everything settled. To clarify, I own the house. He's living in my house and moved in his girlfriend without asking me about a month ago. I caught him the day after posting to talk to him about it. The short of it is, she's going to have to adhere to some rules or be kicked out, and he really doesn't have any say on it either. He was pretty defeated about it, so I approached his girlfriend alone to talk to her about her behaviors. And of course, to tell her to give me my fecking money. So, her first response was that I can't tell her what to do. Her boyfriend wouldn't kick her out. I told her it wasn't his house. It was my house, so one suspicion confirmed. She believed it was his house and I was living there as his guest or some crap. But humbled she was not. She just kept yelling at me for holding money over her head. I only held the $60 over her head because it was my money and that we hadn't charged her any money for bills. And her boyfriend didn't even pay me rent or anything other than him paying half the electric and water. So I reminded her that I am not her boyfriend or her parents and have no responsibility to take care of a woman older than me. Well, she wouldn't back down and thought she had rights. But she's been living there, so she's a tenant. She thought I'd have to formally evict her. Well, she's had no proof of tenancy, and I let her know that I could easily just call the cops and have her charged for trespassing. She said her boyfriend would tell the cops the truth. That didn't happen. They had a talk and I went to go do my own thing. Couple hours later and she left screaming something out loud. It was discernible. So, speaking to him about it, from what I get from his side, their conversation went like she wanted him to buy a new place so that they'd own a house. If he bought it, they're not married, so he'd own it, not they. Then it turned into an argument where she shamed him for not owning this house or not owning his own house yet. He asked her to be more considerate, to not invade spaces that weren't theirs, and to stop trying to pick fights. This is where I guess her line was drawn because she left screaming. That part I heard as she left slamming doors. Afterwards, I told him I still don't mind if he stayed here, but she was not welcomed back ever. I need the key he made her as soon as possible or him to change the locks. He swears she didn't have a key, so not sure I'm covered there. But he talked to her over the phone. They're taking a break. But she won't be allowed here, so I think he'll either decide to move out on his own if he thinks she's worth it, I don't think so, or break up with her. And I still haven't got that $60. Oh well, lol. Well OP, the good thing she's out. However, I would be kind of worried about the key issue. If this woman is as entitled as she sounds, then she's definitely got a copy and your friend probably doesn't know about it. So what I would say to my friend is, you need to change all the locks of any outside doors on my house. If you don't have any money, well, you could use the $60 that you owe me to do that. Now, you can call me mean, but it's fine because this is as nice as I would be in this situation. Also, hopefully your friend has a solid enough spine to know that he's better off without this kind of entitledness in his life. But again, that's just my opinion. What do you guys think OP and the friend should do in this situation? Let me know in the comment section. And so we've reached the end of the video. I truly hope you guys liked it. If you did, go ahead and click like. Of course, Don't forget to subscribe and click that bell icon so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Also, here are more videos from my channel that you might enjoy. And having said all that, I will see you guys on the next video.